was really the person that helped him. But relationships replace eating disorders. Relationships replace all of the addictive, unhealthy coping patterns that we create when we're wearing masks. The things that we do because we don't know what else to do, or because we feel lonely or disconnected or scared, or we don't know what we're feeling. So we drink, or we do some substance, or we smoke, or we don't eat, or we eat too much, or we throw up what we eat, or we do any number of things because we feel disconnected. Relationships are everything. The power of relationships replace the need for those behaviors. That genuine love that we have for one another and in time for ourselves eradicates our dependence and our desire for things like eating disorders. It's really powerful. And through writing Beating Anna, I created an organization with 3 other women who have really strong recovery called Mentor Connect. And that organization is free to members. All it does is, it's very simple. It's got one purpose: to connect caring mentors who are strong in recovery with people who need recovery support. We have placed 16 young women with mentors since we launched on February 1st. It's a really powerful private community, totally pro-recovery. We're really excited about it because this really is the cornerstone. I don't ever want to get another letter or email or phone call from anybody ever, anywhere, who says, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody in my life who understands. Yes, you do. I want to ask you really quickly to close your eyes, and I'm going to give you a little guided tour of the power of your own mind. I'm going to read a series of 6 phrases. And when I'm done, just sit quietly for just 10 seconds and notice how you feel. First 6. I am ugly and fat. I am an embarrassment. I am stupid. I am incompetent. I am unworthy of love. I am not worth fighting for. Just notice how you feel. Second 6 phrases. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I am smart. I am capable. I am worth loving. I am worth fighting for. Just notice again how you feel. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. That is the power of your mind. And it's only magnified the more you practice it in either direction. That is the power that you have to create a relationship within yourself that can transform your experience of your life. Now, the other 4 elements of any successful recovery are like the 4 wheels of a car. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual healing all has to happen in any recovery process from anything we struggle beneath any mask that we wear before we are going to feel safe enough to let it fall. And we've talked a little bit about what that recovery looks like on other levels. The best analogy I can use for my own recovery on a spiritual or a soul level is a parable I heard while I was living in India called The 2 Wings of the Dove. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. I don't know if it's told commonly outside of India, but I heard it several times while I was there. Really beautiful expression. And the parable basically says the dove has 2 wings. The wing of self-effort and the wing of grace. And if either wing isn't flapping, the bird can never leave the ground. But if both wings are flapping, there's no limit to how high or far or long the bird can fly. And not to simplify a topic that's incredibly deep and profound and extremely individual to all of us, very internal. Faith is an internal experience. At its deepest level, it's impossible to put it into words. And yet that is the crux of the matter. Whatever internal faith expression and experience that you bring into your recovery, in the places that you feel so broken and so bruised and so alone, and the places that you feel so connected and so loved and so known, that's where grace and self-effort meet. You know, having faith for me has really transformed into a simple understanding that I have been given everything that I need to meet any challenge that life hands me and come out shining. And there's always something more that you can do to work towards your own evolution, your own unfolding, your own transformation into the you that only you could be and that you were meant to be. And there's always a helping hand to guide you. And finally, I want to leave us all with a call to action. What is our part? What can we do? I have a lot of students ask me after the presentation, I have a little brother or sister, I have a son or daughter. How can I talk to them? How can I help them to avoid, what you and some of the people you know have suffered? Every single one of these women could have been saved if we had been more aware. If we had had more knowledge, more education, we could have done something, but we didn't. Now we do. Marketers and advertisers are vicious. They only want one thing. What is it? What do they want from us? Money. That's all they want. We talk through our wallet, through our back pocket. Money speaks a lot louder than words. We can talk about it. We can talk to the younger generation. We can help them decode the messages in the advertisements. We can ask them how they're feeling when they watch a TV show or a movie. We can notice the things that they say and the things that they don't say, and be there to support them and to contradict the messages they get when they are away from our care, and give them the education and the power to make their own choices about what kind of messages they let into their lives. I'll tell you what, this is where it happens right here. College, high school, middle school, elementary school, man, those little elementary school kids get fired up. They're like, oh, that's wrong, miss. When they see a message that when they get it for the first time, they really get it, and they don't forget it. I know, because my best friend's a third grade teacher, and she teaches them about this stuff, and they're little activists. Love them. They got 25 million times the energy I do, too, so it's really great. But I want to just leave you. I'm going to leave you with my dream, with my vision for the work that my organization does, for the work that is being done here with Pama and with all of you, for the work that we can do together. This is actually part of a petition that my organization wrote and circulated, gathered about 1,000 signatures to add to the Eating Disorders Coalition lobbying efforts for mental health parity, which passed this past October 3rd, provides stipulations that insurance companies must create guidelines in their policies for all policyholders who suffer from mental illness. They have to have the same level of coverage and care as those who suffer from physical illness. Incredibly important legislation. Nothing like it has happened in the last decade. It was a huge victory. And this is kind of our battle cry going forward. This is the vision that we have for the work that we can all do together. It's called, I Have a Dream of a World Free from Eating Disorders. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream so powerful it survived him. Today, his dream continues to change lives around the world. I, too, have a dream. I have a dream that I believe is explosive in its power to change and save lives. I have a dream that I hope will survive long after I am gone. I have a dream that should and must survive for the sake of all those who have already passed on for lack of it. I have a dream of healing that edges out nightmares left over from half a lifetime spent battling anorexia and bulimia. I have a recurring dream of hope that haunts me in the best possible way. Every time I look in the mirror, I have flashback dreams to a time far past and still yet to come, of catching sight of my own image in the mirror and liking